Alright, let's go for a ride with Ron. Hey, y'all, go for a ride with Ron, the Soul Minor Preacher. That be me. Thank you very much for joining in. Hope you will like and share. We're just trying to spread the word. You know, I am preaching and teaching as we travel about, and as we go for a ride. Oh, I got a special trip planned for you. We're going to go up on what the map calls Polk Ridge, one of the highest points in Nicholas County. Right here is our hacienda. We are at a ripe old elevation of 2,700 feet. Not too bad today out. Just a little bit chilly. About 50 degrees. Getting an early start this morning. I don't think it's going to rain. It's going to be about 55, 60 degrees all day. And I want to tell you one thing. Thank you, Lord. I am loving this warm weather in the winter. Who needs to go south? Yeah. It ain't like it was in the old days. It stayed cold for about 3 months. Blizzard up to your eyeballs. It ain't like that anymore. No. We're going to go up on Coat Ridge. I got permission from the landowner to make a trip up there. I believe it's one of the prettiest farms you'll see in Nicholas County. 25-acre field on top of the mountain. Hey, Joe. How you doing, bud? Good morning. See you hanging out. Oh, Jed the baby, you know, he's just hanging out. Yeah, we're going up on the mountain. This farm was formerly known as the Ed White Farm. I do believe that some of the descendants are owners of it now. Good neighbors. Got your dogs the other day. Odell Mountain, what I call Odell Mountain, because this is Odell Farm right here. Right up here is the rest of the Odell Farm. But it joins the White Farm, which was pardoned off at some point or another in the past, and Henry Odell became the owner of it on top here. I'll show you what it's like. Let's go on up there. This is a pretty steep little hill. Mark, my neighbor, got this off of my cousin. And my cousin, got it from my great uncle. Got it from my grandpa. This is a 25-acre field owned by Mark, Karen, my neighbors. Mark is my classmate that saved me. Him and my other neighbor, Bill Joe, out there came and pulled me out of the pit when I was having a heart attack. Got me up out of the old, I was in a camper deer hunting. I had a heart attack, and they came out and got me and saved me. This is Mark's place. He bought this from the Eldens. He is a part of that family, though. I believe on his mother's side, the Amics were also one of the branches off of the Odell tree. But right up here is not as high as it gets. Right ahead of us there, I think, is Coach Ridge. I think. I'm not 100% certain about that. I've got one of these programs that show you where the maps and stuff are, where the lines are. That way you don't get on somebody's property that you're not supposed to be on. But I was going to try to see what the elevation was up here. Really appreciate Mark and Karen for letting me come up here. And my neighbor over here too, I appreciate that. Now this is Mark's line. This is where the Odell line was, right here, this line of trees. I'm going to drive down here and you can see how far across here it is to the other side of this field. Now listen friends, look, we are on top of the mountain. Look at the hills. We are right on top. There are very few, and the ones that you see that are higher than us, those are in Greenbrier County. We are on the line with Nicholas and Greenbrier, and the higher elevation is in Greenbrier. We are highest at 3,800 feet from what I've read. And that is at a place over next to Craigsville called Colonnade. We got a power tower up there. We got a TV tower up there. It's about the highest place around. But this ridge right here, right there, that point right there, I think I'm going to try to get my GPS to work. I can't use the GPS on my phone because my phone's in recording mode. And I wanted to tell you what the elevation was here. I got the elevation at my house. At my house at 2,700 feet. Or, yeah, 2,700. 2,700. Just a little over. And right here, it's right at 3,000 feet. So this is 300 feet all up the mountain from where our place is, downhill. So up here, the wind really whistles across this ridge. Oh man, I'm surprised it's not whistling across here this morning. But I'll tell you one thing. I wondered how I would ever get up here. I never would. That had to be for the Lord. And I am going to go over here to the edge of my neighbor's field and come up through there to find his road. I want to show you the size of his farm here. It's remarkable. I think it's pretty amazing how flat it is. Now my neighbor Mark, and that field, he said somebody took a bulldozer to it. Well, that could have very well been. But there are some other places that are around that I can show you that are just as flat on top of that ridge. Consider also, now just look at the woods. These are woods that have been cut, they've been timbered. But if you consider what the field was like place. Look at the size of this field. You can grow some stuff up here. If you can keep the deer and the bears from eating it, you could grow it. But that's the problem. And the other thing is, we like the deer and the bears. I hate it because the bears eat my apples every year. I'm going to go across right here, and I'll come back this way, out to Terry's field up and give you an idea what it looks like over here. How big, I don't know. You could probably put 4 football fields, maybe 5 football fields right here in this meadow. It's absolutely amazing. Now, I don't know about all of its roads up and down through there. I'm not going to go to there. I just wanted to pass through and let you see on my recording this farm. Just amazing. 3,000 feet elevation, Nicholas County. Now, we are on the southern end of Nicholas County. If you look at the West Virginia map. But just also remember, all these places are gated, and also there's security systems with cameras and everything. So I knew that if I didn't call my neighbor and get permission, he'd be upset if somebody showed up at his farm and he didn't know who it was. This farm is huge. I would like to do the range thing. I got some friends that like to shoot long distance. I would like to try the range up here to see how far of a shot I can get from one end of this field to the other. Now, I thought the road went over through here, but maybe the road goes all around the other side. Yeah, I think it goes up through here. Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, now this is the road. And right here's the point on my left. We get on up here, I'm going to stop and check the elevation. Goodness, I wish I could jerk you off and show you around here on the side. If I could point the camera that way, if I could take it off of there and show you what it looks like up here to the right. Hey, oh my goodness, one of the prettiest farms around. I'm amazed. This is a ridge road. You ever wonder what a ridge road looks like? Right here it is. Right on top of the ridge. I want to wait till we get on up here before I check the elevation. Camera around so you can see. Now the trees are blocking the view some, but look at that. Now let me check the elevation. this other phone that I brought. I'm doing good if I can discover how to operate one of these phones. All right. Right now we are at 3140. 3140. Look at that smoke. What if there's a fire? Sure looks like smoke. You see that? I believe it is smoke, but I don't smell any smoke. I think the wind's blowing it away. 3156 right here. And the direction that you're looking, you are looking directly north. That is a north view. Wow. Well, really appreciate the neighbors. Let me drive up here and see this. I can share it with you. And you know, I always try to go to a high place in my life when I want to get close to God. I think if I owned this place, this would be it. Right here, top. Get as high as I could. Get as close as I can to God. Because when He reaches down for me, I don't want Him to have no trouble getting hold of me. What about you? Think about it. I want to go on out here. But I think what I'll do is stop the video right here